This is my instructional intervention proposal. To begin, I use the Underlying Characteristics Checklist Classic. I use this assessment to identify some behaviors that I was seeing with Milo, our focus student. The Underlying Characteristics Checklist Classic is good to use for students with autism because it identifies characteristics across different domains that are associated with ASD. So there is like sensory and behavior and a bunch of different ones you can use, but I used it to target his behavior. I think another assessment that would be beneficial to use for this would be the functional assessment interview because it determines what the behavior is and maybe how or why the behavior is happening, and then can help target teaching strategies that can benefit that behavior. I did not use the functional assessment interview, but I think that it would be beneficial for this case. So for the data that I have collected, I have found that he has difficulty transitioning from a preferred activity, specifically transitioning from carpet to desk. He exhibits maladaptive behavior to working at his desk, so he will be screaming or refusing to move off of the carpet. He often says, "I need to rest," before the desk activities begin. After I analyzed this data, I realized that Milo needs a break to transition back to his desk, and he also needs a countdown warning before the transition is prompted. The interventions I have chosen is, first of all, to offer Milo a break card to use between carpet time and desk work. So when Milo asks for a break, he will show us his break card and we will set a timer for 2 minutes for him to just relax at his desk and transition his brain over to working on the activities at his desk. Also, before the transition occurs, I will count down the time until the transition. So 3 minutes before it's time to transition, I will say, "We have 3 minutes until we go back to our desks," and repeat that for 2 minutes and 1 minute as well. Some obstacles we might find with this is Milo may ask for more time after 2-minute break is done. We may allow him to ask for more time, but only once, and give him 1 additional minute. Another obstacle is it may take some time to eliminate the screaming and refusing. We need to keep being consistent with the break card and honoring the break card each time he uses it. So even if he is screaming and not complying with the instructions, if he shows us that break card, he will still get his 2-minute break. Some reinforcements that we will be using is once Milo has shown effectiveness of using the break card without screaming or refusing, we will allow him 2 minutes of preferred activity before working at his desk. So if he uses his break card without screaming, we can say, "Wow, I really like how you came to your desk and you used your break card to ask for 2 minutes. During this 2 minutes, how would you like to play with Legos or Play-Doh or something that's reinforcing for him?" To monitor the progress, it would be beneficial to keep ABC data. So we would start by tracking the antecedent of the screaming, which we do know this, and it's that desk time is his antecedent. But most importantly, we will track the behavior. We want to see if the screaming and refusing reduces over time. And then we'll track the consequence to make sure that we are being consistent and honoring that 2-minute break each time he uses his break card. Once we have taken the data for probably about a month, we will create a graph of the behavior section. If the screaming and refusing goes down, we know that this intervention is working.